Hi, I'm Master Lee Whiting, and I am the director of the Sunstone Center. I'm a red ribbon consultant with the International Feng Shui Guild, and I also have a training course that's a gold standard with the Guild. Today, I'm going to show you how to do a salt cure. It's one of the things that is the most popular with my clients. And so these are my salt cures from last year, and today we're going to do two new ones. I am working with glass containers, but you could use a mason jar or an old spaghetti jar. I picked these up at the dollar store. And then we get salt, which I also got at the dollar store. I have some I Ching coins. You can either get these online if you are local to the Georgetown area. The In Spirit Center sells them. And so the formula I'm using is one that I have from another feng shui master in the UK, Michael Hanna, and so I have his permission to use this formula. And so I'm going to demonstrate how we put one together. You want to make sure you have a plate, and it's one that you probably are not going to get back because oftentimes the salt will overflow. What we're going to do is we're going to pour salt, and I'm just using regular table salt, but any salt will do. And we're just going to try and fill it up about 2/3 full. You can use other types of salt, but it really doesn't make a difference in the end. You just want to fill it up. And then what we're going to do is place coins. And then every year there are two directions where we put these salt cures. So we are going to put two together. It changes every year at the beginning of the Feng Shui New Year. And so if you're not sure when that is, you can either reach out to me or your Feng Shui consultant. There are always two different places where these fall. So like I said, you always need two. And where we place them depends on what falls in the area. So if there's a bedroom in the area that's affected, I tend to favor the bedroom. Otherwise, we'll pick a front door or a main room. I try to avoid using storage rooms. We definitely don't do the garage. And you want to make sure that it's out of the way so that animals and children don't run into these. Your cats will know to avoid them right away. The dogs will avoid them after a few days. Children can be curious, so you can put it up on a high shelf. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use I Ching coins. And so you're going to need 6 per cure. Each coin, let's see if you can see this here, has symbols on it. One side has 4 symbols and one side has 2 symbols. We're going to use the side that has 4 symbols, and we're going to make sure that is the side that is up. This is known as the yang side up. And so we try to place them in a bit of a circle. And so 6 coins go inside our salt cure. Okay. So that's one salt cure done. And now we're going to fill the other one. This here is just like a vase. We don't need to put a lid on them. Maybe when you throw them out at the end, if you can get a lid on them. As you can see from mine from last year, I wouldn't be able to put a lid on there. Unfortunately, we do need to just bag them to throw them out. Do not dump the water down a sink or into the grass. It will kill the grass. And so I usually just put it in a bag and right into the garbage. At the end of the year, maybe about 3 months before the changeover, I stop adding water because otherwise you're going to have to deal with the water. It will eventually dry up and it makes it a lot easier to throw out after. And so here we go, filling the second salt cure. So it is about 2/3 full. And it pretty much takes a whole container. And again, we have the 2 coins, and so I'm going to be placing the side with the 4 symbols up, and we're going to try and do that in a bit of a circle. So now that these are ready to go, we're going to add water. And so I have my little watering can here, and I'm going to pour the water in the center. Now some of the coins might sink, and that's perfectly okay. The water will sink to the bottom, and so I might just have to pause, and we're just going to let the water fill up a bit. You want to leave about an inch at the top, And then throughout the year, we just top them up with a bit of water. And then, like I said, about 3 months before the switch over, we would stop adding water just so that it's easier to throw them out after. And so this one's pretty good. Okay. And so this is pretty much how one will look once we have everything added, and then it will be ready to set in place. So now we're going to fill up the next one. And the same thing, we're not going to worry if a couple of the coins sink to the bottom. And we're going to try to fill it up, leaving about an inch from the top with the water. And there we go. The second one is done. So now that both salt cures are ready, I would place them in the 2 areas that are calling for salt cures for this year. I will give you a link to both my email address and my website if you need more information or you're interested in a salt cure or even a feng shui consultation. I'm also going to put at the end here a couple of pictures of some of my clients' salt cures. Thank you.